Hey everyone, I'm going to do this quick tutorial video for your week 1 short answer assignment. Students have had quite a bit of trouble with this assignment in the past, and so I wanted to make sure that you understood how to do it and kind of the things to watch out for. Now, SNHU has updated this assignment from the past, so it is a little bit easier than what it used to be. So the assignment I'm referring to is the 1-5 short answer, evaluating resources and searching for information. So you're going to need your Science Daily article for this assignment. And also you're going to need to go into the Shapiro Library tutorial. So they want you to review this short answer guideline and rubric document below. So if we look at this document, it just kind of gives you what you're looking, or what the professor is looking for whenever I score it. So here's the rubric. So in order to score a 100 on this assignment, you would basically need to include everything that's in this column here, which means that you're posting your scores, you're explaining which resource is more valid, you're giving a summary of your Science Daily article, you're explaining how you would find more information on your Science Daily article and why those sources are reliable. So this is just the rubric for the assignment. So you want to review that before you start. I always tell students to have this kind of open in another browser window so that you can kind of use it as a checklist, like, yep, I got that. Oh, whoops, I forgot that. I need to go put that in there. So it's just helpful to keep you on track. So the website evaluation template, that one is actually a document that you'll have to download and open. So I'm opening that right now. And this is the template that you will want to turn in. And this has all of your assignment things in it. So real quick, I'm going to go back here and actually click on the assignment, and you're going to follow the instructions that are in the website template, and then you're going to complete the questions underneath the table. And then what you're going to do is you're going to upload this document to the assignment page. So let's just go ahead and look at this document. And what you want to do is go to this website tutorial. I'm going to have to enable editing so I can do that. And letting that upload. You're going to review this, and what this is that it's teaching you to evaluate sources using this wonderful acronym of CRAPO, and basically learning how to figure out if a source is really good or if it's really bad. So when you go here, this just basically tells you what CRAPO stands for, and it's currency, relevancy, accuracy, authority, purpose, and objectivity. So anytime you read something, an article, a paper, especially anything off the internet, you want to use this to help you figure out, is this a good article or does it have bias? Different things like that. So I'm not going to go through all of this with you. That's kind of what you need to do. And then the other thing that you need to learn how to do is use this Source Evaluation Rubric. And so what this is that you can take a paper, for instance, your Science Daily article, and you can score it using this rubric. So let's say that in your paper, it hasn't had any updates in the past 2 years, or sorry, in the past year. So this would score a 2. Then let's say that the content is really good. The relevancy of the content is really good. So it would score a 4. And then the author's listed. Okay, so 4. Everything works. It's really accurate. 4. And so you score it, and then as close to 24 as you can get, it's a really good article. The further away from 24, it's not so good. There's something wrong with it. So going back to our paper here, they want you to click on Cite 2 and then Cite 3 and then use the Source Evaluation Rubric, which I just showed you, to complete this column right here. So let's go ahead and look at Cite 2. So I'm gonna back up a little bit. There we go. And so that was the website evaluation tutorial, and here are the articles, okay? So Cite 2 right here. So you're just gonna pick an article from this page. Doesn't really matter which one you want. Let's say we wanna look at air quality and climate change. So you're gonna take this article and you're going to use the Source Evaluation Rubric that was here, and you're just going to score it based on what I just showed you. So, you know, how current is the article? So if we look here, don't really see a date, so that might score a 0, you know, just depending on what you find. And then what you will do on your paper is you'll start answering these questions for Cite 2. So you'll list who the author is, what is the title of the article, when was it published, and all this information. Now, when it says score from rubric, it's talking about that Source Evaluation Rubric. So did it score, you know, a 20? Did it score a 5? What did it score? And you'll just repeat the same thing for Cite 3. So if we go for, in this column right here, so if we go to Cite 3, same thing. This is the NRDC website. We just pick an article. Some of these things are, yeah, it's kind of like their stories. So most of the time I just click on what they have at the beginning, and then you can go through and read what they wrote. So I would just pick on whatever story they're currently featuring. And then use the evaluation rubric to score the article that you read, and then fill out this section. So let's say that you did that, and one of them got a score of 15 and the other one got a score of 23. When it says, is this a valid source, you need to say yes or no, and then explain why based on CRAPO. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm scoring this part. So you would say, you know what, it's not a good article. It scored a 6. It wasn't current. It wasn't accurate. It wasn't very objective. There was a lot of bias. And then let's say, you know, your Cite 3 article scored a 23. You're like, yeah, that one is really valid because it was current. It had the author listed. It was objective. It had relevancy. So you want to actually discuss a couple of things here. You don't just want to say yes. you want to describe why. So after you're done with this section, it says to visit the Shapiro Library homepage and enter a keyword related to the topic of your news story selected from Science Daily. So let's say that you picked an article from Science Daily about climate change. So you would want to go to the Shapiro homepage, and you would want to, you know, choose a keyword. So let's say that your article was about ice, like ice melting from climate change. So you would want to use like the keyword of ice melting, or you might just want to use climate change. And then you're going to review the results of that search and choose a source that would like give you further information about your article. And then you want to complete the table below. So it says, which of your two chosen, oh, sorry. We're still on articles from Cite 2 and Cite 3. I'm sorry. See, like I said, they did change this a little bit. So yeah, so which one of your Cite 2 and Cite 3 articles is more valid, and then explain why. So that's, yeah, where you want to talk about CRAPO and the Source Evaluation Rubric. Now we're caught back up. So now you want to summarize what was your topic about in your Science Daily news story. I would give a really good summary here. I would not just say, hey, it's about climate change. I would say, this topic is about, giving like the full summary of what the article is about. So definitely 1 to 2 paragraphs, not 1 to 2 sentences. And then how would you find more information about that topic? So that's where you go into like the Shapiro Library and you're talking about, hey, I found these 2 sources, with this keyword search, or some of you, I've even had students say, I went to Google Scholar and I found this information. And then in here, you need to tell me, why are they reliable? So whatever 2 sources that you chose, you have to explain why it's reliable. You definitely want to explain, for instance, like using the CRAPO or the Source Evaluation Rubric. So you want to say, well, I think this is a reliable source because it's current. It was from the past 6 months and it's relevant. It's talking, specifically about, all the topics that are in my Science Daily article. It's objective. It doesn't have bias or whatever reasons. I mean, you could even talk about that you ran it through the Source Evaluation Rubric and, this is why you found it, like what it scored in that rubric. So, all right. And then after that, you're done and you just save it. And then what you will do is you will go to your part of the assignment where you submit it and upload it, and then you're done. Now you can also go the short way. You don't have to go into Module 1. You can go here where assignments are listed, and that's just where you can submit it. So if you actually need to see the instructions, then that's where you go into the learning module and do things like that. So I hope you found this helpful. And as always, reach out if you have any questions, and I look forward to reading your submissions.